So with Rihanna's chart, the pop star, the musical kind of icon, we're looking at her first house. She has a very powerful first house. First of all, she has three benefics in the first house, a waxing moon, Venus, and Jupiter. And just to go off on a limb, if you see benefic planets, gentle planets, which are Venus, Jupiter, Mercury, a waxing moon, when they're on the ascendant, it makes somebody more attractive physically. It gives them an attractive body. It gives them even attractive facial features. Sometimes that's more the second house. But it gives someone a magnetic personality. The first house is your persona. It's how people see you initially. And it's a big life path house, as I've mentioned in the first house video. And she has three benefics on the ascendant. That naturally gives a lot of grace, a lot of ease in her life path. It also shows her life path is influenced very strongly by those three planets, and whatever they rule in her chart, which I won't go into, it's just kind of beyond this video, shows a lot of big themes in that regard. She also has a Jupiter on the ascendant, and an ascendant ruled by Mars, and Mars is in Jupiter's sign. So they're interchanged in very auspicious houses. And that gives a very strong sense of clarity and purpose with what she wants to do, what she wants to accomplish, and where she's going in her life, just naturally. Mars is a planet of ambition, and he's in a fire sign. He rules the ascendant. Jupiter's another kind of ambitious planet because he's a male planet. Very more inspired rather than ambitious, but they're interchanged. And so this is somebody that's very driven to what they want to do and how they want to tick. It just shows a lot of opportunities come her way. There are a lot of nice things, basically. Whenever you have three benefics on the ascendant, there can be, not everything's perfect, because it's always, these planets influence each other, kind of elbowing each other to find influence. But whenever you see benefics on the ascendant, it shows in some ways an easier life path. I mean, there's some things that are very enjoyable that come to her. That's another aspect here. But in terms of Dharma, her ascendant Lord goes to the ninth house, which is another Dharma house. And so she's naturally inclined to have a certain, I wouldn't call it philosophy, though you could put it that way. There's a perspective in her life that she's very strong with, that she's very assertive with, and is very fired up with, you could say, and just naturally kind of can see this in her chart. And there's grace in her chart. It shows somebody that's clear with what they want to do and where they want to go. And in the Saturn video, her Saturn adds some issues, because Saturn always brings some issues, but she's very ambitious as well, and she's willing to be patient, not just be given the platter of nice things in her life. No chart's perfect either. People go through ups and downs in their life. It's just the nature of the world. But three benefics on the ascendant, it's a beautiful thing in a lot of ways. It shows an easier life path in some respects, a lot of pleasurable aspects that come to the life, easy forming relationships, a nice home, all sorts of nice fun stuff. And it's just kind of like a classic celebrity combination here, you could say. Very nice things. The moon's waxing, so when the moon's waxing, whatever the moon rules gets bigger and brighter over time. But the first house, when it has benefics in it, it just shows an easier life path, and a path that when things get hard, they tend to make the best of it, or they have the protection to deal with it. And when things get easy, they roll with it much more fluidly. So it's an interesting chart in that regard. Very dynamic chart, and a good example in many respects.